Hello everyone, we are solving trigonometric equations. In this case, as you can see, we're going to solve the following. In order to get the solutions, we are not going to use calculators, we're going to use the unit circle. That's what we're going to use. Okay, that's part of the class, Precalculus, trigonometry. So the following problem that I have is solve the following. 2 cosine squared x plus sine x minus 1 equals to 0. In this case, my first step is making sure, if possible, that all my trigonometric relations are going to be sine or cosine. In this case, I have a cosine squared, I have a sine. So based on experience and all the problems that you've been solving, you're going to identify the cosine squared to be the easiest one to transform into sine squared, because we have, in this case, the Pythagorean identity, sine square of x plus cosine square of x equals to 1. And I know that cosine square of x is equals to 1 minus sine square of x. So if I do that transformation, I'm going to be able to convert every single one of these relations into sine. So what I have is 2. I'm going to open a parenthesis, have 1 minus sine square of x, close parenthesis, plus sine of x minus 1 equals to 0. Now I'm going to apply distributive property. So I have 2 minus 2 sine square of x plus sine of x minus 1 equals to 0. Let's simplify. 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. So I have negative 2 sine square of x plus sine of x plus 1 equals to 0. Now at this point, the leading coefficient 2 is negative. I like those leading coefficients to be positive. So I'm going to take greatest common factor negative 1. Okay, this function. So I'm going to have 2 sine square of x minus sine of x minus 1 equals to 0. Negative 1 is multiplying, so it goes dividing to the others to the right side. So what I have is 2 sine square of x minus sine x minus 1 equals to 0. As you can see, what I have is a quadratic function. It's a trinomial, quadratic trinomial. And what I'm going to do is just do a slightly transformation or substitution. I'm going to let u equals sine of x. So what I have there really is 2u squared minus u minus 1 equals to 0. Now I'm going to use the algebraic knowledge that I have from my previous classes and factorize this trinomial. You can use the guess and check, you can use quadratic formula, whatever method you know. In the previous videos you can find a different method. I'm going to use guess and check in this case, and I'm not going to take too much of a time. So this one will be 2u plus 1 and u minus 1 equals to 0. Now I'm going to bring back my sign. So I have 2 sine of x plus 1 and sine of x minus 1 equals to 0. I'm going to apply the zero product property in this case, which makes 2 sine of x plus 1 equals to 0, or sine of x minus 1 equals to 0. Now I'm going to solve these two linear equations. So I have that sine of x equals to negative 1/2, or sine of x is equals to 1. Now using the unit circle that I have here, I'm going to ask myself where the sine of x is equals to negative 1/2. Remember that sine is the value of y. Sine is the value of y. So if I go, I see 1/2 here. It's positive, so definitely 30 degrees or pi over 6 is not the solution. So I'm moving to the second quadrant is still positive, not going to work, then I'm going to quadrant 3, and I have negative 1/2. So my first solution is 7 pi over 6. So x is equals to 7 pi over 6. I have another one because also I have negative 1/2 at 11 pi over 6. 11 pi over 6. And those are my two values for the first function or linear equation. Now let's go to sine of x equals to 1. Where the sine is equals to 1? Well, sine is equals to 1 in 90 degrees or pi over 2. We are working in radians. So this one is x equals to pi over 2. So my solution to this problem is 7 pi over 6, 11 pi over 6, and pi over 2. And this one, remember, is in the interval between 0 and 2 pi that I forgot to put at the beginning. If you have any question, leave it in the comments, and if I have the time, I'm going to reply back. So thank you very much.